Morning, everyone. So what we are working on today is a very old friend. This was the trumpet that I played my senior recital on, and I ended up several years later tearing it down to the valve casing knuckles, getting everything square and true, and then I did a factory correction on the bell bow. So this tubing is completely round in the bell bow now. Purchased new from Ted Wagoner in 2014, I believe. Late 2013 or early 2014. The Bach brass factory was taking a tour and came through Fayetteville with a bunch of factory instruments. Valves have been aligned. The bell brace is where most of the damage is, to be honest. I've already straightened out quite a bit on this. I wanted to see how easily the bell was going to straighten out. So you guys can see we've got it pretty straight at this point. We will insert a picture of the trumpet. The slide span was more like that. So it was pretty kinked in. So we're going to get this thing taken apart, do an ultrasonic cleaning on it. This horn has a really nice vibe to it. The guy that owns it now is a cruise ship musician. He's in town for a few days, an old friend and an old customer of mine. He has ended up with the trumpet after it changed hands a couple times, added some solder to the bell rim. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to save most of this patina, but we're going to do what we can to reapply some of it. So let's get tearing down. So shouldn't be anything too surprising here. The slides still feel good vacuum. See how that just kind of springs back and forth. That was one of my main goals. Third slide. Ooh, I see something we can do. Yeah. Okay, Bryant, we're going to tighten up your third slide some more. Or maybe I never got the opportunity to tighten that up. I think we talked about doing it. But yeah, no surprises here. He's good about taking care of it. Just a completely freak accident that happened. It got sat on. I've never known this guy to do anything like this to a horn, so he gets a pass. Always take out your grub screw. The valves are aligned on this trumpet. So we are going to, I'm pretty sure I did, we are going to check everything for numbers. So I did not number the bottom caps, which is not really a big deal. But we've got finger button is numbered. Valve cap is numbered. Let's see here. We'll just leave the felts on the valve stem and grab a pair of pliers. As long as you don't let them slip, they don't leave any sort of marks. So, just a little tip. 3, 2. Okay, so we're gonna go through and recheck the alignment on this. He may not have realized that the caps were numbered. But that just shows you he's taking it apart and cleaning it. We upgraded to metal valve guides. 3, 3, 3. Okay, maybe I just misread that other one. Remember the valve stems. There it is. 3. Okay, cool. I take back everything I said. And so these valve caps are not dirty at all. So in order to make it easier to keep track of the felts, we're going to not send those through the ultrasonic. Finger buttons don't need to go through. Bottom caps. No real hard buildup. We may just clean those by hand. One of the other things I did to this trumpet was in the main tuning slide, I made, well, this one might be, he probably hasn't had it out in a while. Well, that worked well. There are tuning slide inserts in here of various lengths for various tuning situations. Tighter brush. Wait, it is in there, isn't it? Oh, come on now. Okay, I know what to do. We just need a little more grip. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, get the slide expander. This will get it. We don't need to go nuts on the tension. Just need enough to get it to grab on. And there it goes. And there we have the tuning insert. The whole goal behind that is to reduce the gap between the lead pipe end and the tuning slide. It improves the response. You can also put them in this lower end, if you can see where I'm tapping there. By the way, get a shot of his case. Just a gorgeous looking case. It matches the horn perfectly. I couldn't be happier with who has ended up with this horn. So let me turn you guys back around here. Now we're just going to degrease. All inner slide tubing. Yeah, I don't like using those. Give me a real rag. So just a little bit about this trumpet. It is a 43 bronze bell. This is the 190-43B. 5-inch bell flare. Bronze, Canstel bronze is my understanding bell. Let's see, degrease the pistons. And then we need to degrease the inner slide tubing. So this is how I like to wrap my rags. Put one corner through, then roll it up, fold it over, you get a nice padded tip on there, and then hold on to the rest of the rag like so, and you can control the diameter of it. Just a much more secure way to do it. Come on now. Okay. Not too much cheese in this horn, that's a good thing, not surprising. Pull a little more swab material through. The more material you pull through, the bigger your swab. Let's get the valve casings too. Unfortunately, the little smiley face sticker is going to have to go. The ultrasonic will eat that alive. May always be with the horn though. We're not going to do any polishing or anything on this bell, so that might show up afterward. Can't really see it, but just look at this patina. That's my handprint. Come on, focus. You can barely see it, but I mean, this thing is just a gorgeous horn. One of those that I wish I never would have sold. Okay, so let's get everything loaded up into a bucket. Pistons first, and then slides with all the tubes pointing upward. Let's move over to the ultrasonic cleaner. On second thought, hadn't inspected it for this yet. This is pretty common on these trumpets. We've got the start of some red rot. So we are going to bypass the ultrasonic cleaning and use Slime Away. So not much to this process. Just dunk it in and let the Slime Away do its job. Like an oil slick coming to the surface. That's actually corrosion bubbling out of the instrument. See the little bubbles on the sides? So it's doing its job. So let's go ahead and get the horn cleaned. At first glance, it looks like some of the brown patina made it, but I know that to not be true. A little bit made it. Not much though. get it scrubbed out. And slide tubes. Dig into the tuning slide or the leaf slide. Rinse the body. This thing lives at sea. Like I said earlier, cruise ship musician. Let's see if we can scrub any of that out. Maybe it's just... That is right where I need to work. We got a lot of junk out of there. So you can see the color of that. Yeah. Alright. Now let's see what we're left with down in there. Slides out. Looks like bucket. You don't want any of that slime oil left in there. Get it dried off. Okay. Pistons. Out the insides really well. Pistons are hollow. They have a hole in the top and the bottom so the air can flow through. When that acid gets inside there, we want to make sure to rinse it out very thoroughly. And do the same thing with the slides. I did not take the Amato water key apart. What I'm going to do is send water through it, both directions. Put my finger over the backside, let it really suck that water in. Scrub the slides. Snake the main tender slide. Let's see what color this is. You can see a hint of it on my arms. Brown, brown, brown. So let's move on to getting the lead pipe taken off. So welcome to the solder bench. Still straightening up a little bit. There's my solder bench pliers. Rawhide if we need it. Okay, so I want to take the lead pipe off of this instrument because I don't have to take the whole bell off. I was able to get it straightened out. And so there's no need to take the bell off of this instrument again. The impact was up here, and what I might do is I might heat up this brace and just see what happens. But whenever I take this lead pipe off, it's going to release all the tension in the bell, and we'll just readjust the braces. So let's get going. Let's see if the torch gives me any attitude this morning. Nope. It is ready to film. So I want to take the brace loose here, here, And I'll go ahead and take the brace loose there. Yeah, that's the one I want to do. Let's start up here. This might get a little warm. Let me grab a slide tube. No, let's see. Yeah, 459 will work. So we should be okay. This might be a little small, but oh nope. I need that to be a little shorter. Okay. Let's just pop the brace loose and see how much tension's in it. Let's see how good a job I did soldering it last time. That's not too bad, really. Get a piece of cardboard in there. Yeah, I know it's a trombone mouthpiece. I don't care. Take this one loose. So really, not too bad. Did the lead pipe straighten out? It did. That's good news. That means that all of our tension was in the bell. We didn't bend the lead pipe. So just one more brace now. Let's pull that off a little bit. Using plenty of soapy water because that's part of how I made the patina. Whenever I rebuilt this horn, I think it was in 2019. Okay, so there we have a lead pipe and a trumpet. Now we need to wipe all of our solder joints. I'll start with the freshest one. The thing about this horn, I don't want to make a big mess out of the solder because it is a brushed finish. It might be pushed in on the lead pipe a little bit. Anyway, it is a brushed finish, and the solder is going to smear everywhere. So I'm trying to be as cautious as I can to not make a mess. Clean on there. Okay. Now, let's cool this end off. Unlike steel, brass doesn't get hard and brittle whenever you quench it quickly. So, I'm doing this to speed the process along. Okay, that's good. Now the hard part, the bell. Let's start with this brace. did use a lot of solder on that bell brace. I always have trouble with wide foot flanges, something about the way they're made. Notice how I'm wiping toward the center of the solder and not just continually smearing in one direction, because I'm trying to keep all the solder marks within the original point of contact. Around this one, yeah, it's not too hot. Nice thing is the tarnish that is still on this trumpet kind of protects the surface, so the solder doesn't really want to stick to it. We won't have that benefit later on. So that's that. Just going to pull that down one more time and just re-inspect it. So yeah, a little bit of red rot down it. Don't think we're pushed in. We'll check the run out on the lathe, maybe. I'm pretty good at straightening tubes. I think we just need to a little more. Yeah, that's better. Bent down a little bit, so okay, now that might be an optical illusion. I'm not real sure. We'll get up into the good light. So, moving up to the dent center. Moving on to actually straightening out the bell. We're going to check how straight it is one more time. I'm using the big rod because of where the dent was located. Okay, we're good that way. We can stand to come in a little bit. I think that is pretty darn straight. So now, maybe you guys can see it a little bit better. There's the dent that we're taking out of this. And so, my mandrel reaches pretty comfortably. First thing I'm going to do is just roll some of that out. That's already a lot closer. I want to get to work on that too. So we've got a ridge right there, just kind of all the way around where it was hit. Let's check our roller. Make sure it's going to work that area, and it will. Off a little bit, and I want to work from the undamaged portion inward to the center. Same thing on the top side. Undamaged portion inward. Manipulate myself a little bit here. Okay. So I'm going to switch tools because that roller is getting in the way. Let's check and make sure this roller will cover the entire area. It will not. So we need to swap this out real quick. So give me just a second, I'm hunting down an Allen wrench. All right, we're back with a roller that can actually cover the entire area. We feel how I'm doing kind of right in there where I couldn't reach. But this roller just reaches right over all that tubing. And from the other direction. Bit of blending. Yeah, what I'm seeing now is maybe a little bit of a drag mark. That's totally round now, though. I just want to carefully blend that burnish in. My mandrel on the end is just about the diameter of the area that I'm working, so I'm not too worried about stretching the metal more than blending it. And then we will, and yeah. I might do a little bit with the hand burnisher. So we're greasy, but everything is good again. If you guys can see that area, I wasn't worried about the burnisher scratching because we're gonna kind of refinish that area anyway. So we've got that dent removal done. I don't see any other dents or dings that we need to be concerned with. Now let's check out the lead pipe. And it is curved downward. So I'm going to first just bend like that. Really close, so let's do it again. One more try. Okay. We've got that straight. I guess now we're ready to reassemble. So one of the things we need for reassembly is the main tuning slide, which that moves well. That moves well. Hopefully it doesn't move too freely. We want to insert both of those all the way in. Oh, everything is right back about where it ought to be. I think the main tuning slide's a little twisted. Let's check that out. place. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, it's like it never even came apart. That brace fits well. That one, I could have done better. So we're gonna bring that down. That up. Too much, we can probably hand fit that. Adjusted the maintaining slide just a little bit. I don't want any tension in this. So, the way I want to go about that, I've got, hear that little tick when the horn's in playing position? I'm trying to get rid of that. I think I want to lower that just a hair. And then both of the braces could be a little taller. So let's do that right there. Lower the nose a little bit. Okay, that's fitting nicely. Can I raise the very tip? Really just want to firmware forward. raise that up. Lower that down a little bit. Bingo. Okay. So we're going to do this with one clip. Right here. Make sure your tuning slides are all the way in. Everything's fitting nicely. Braces are well fit. I've already done all of this. No gaps that I don't like. Okay. Just the tiniest little bit of flux. Let that cool for a second. Okay, solder's hard. Cooling off. Let's see what we look like from this side. A little too much solder. We can fix that. Smoother right at the insertion point. There. Okay, solder's cool. Main tuning slide moves a little too freely, so we're going to have to tighten that tube too. Not a big deal. Okay. Now let's do this forward bell brace. I want something under that. What do I like? That. Let's see if I'm still bad at these. You guys might see me make a fool of myself today. Got that one. Let's go ahead and do this one. Okay. Pull that off. solid. Let's see how our back sides look. A little too much on that one. Basically trace it. Top side one more time just to make the solder look nice. And I think we're going to do the same thing on the back side. Can't be happy with anything, can I? Little dot right there that I don't like. There. I'd really like for that to fill in ever so slightly. Now, let's see if we can get some patina on this thing. While we are busy, to get the oil to the surface of your hands. And then you don't want to heat it up so hot that we torch it. I've got a spot there I want to roll now. Blow dry it real quick. I'm going to roll that spot on the bell. I'm not going to put it on video. You guys already saw me rolling it. I've just got a little something right there that I don't like. Don't see how I missed that earlier. So we'll see you guys in just a second. One of the things we're doing on this trumpet is tightening the slides. Like the third slide. That should not move that freely, neither should that one. So we're going to start with the third slide. I have a precisely fitted mandrel, 458, and I use the smallest roller I have and roll as much of the surface of the slide as I can. This squeezing action between the two metal surfaces makes the metal slightly thinner but wider in diameter. Let's do another tube now. I'm not pressing very hard, more leaning than pressing. Because this is a really nicely fitted slide. We don't want to overexpand it. Let's see what we got. We weren't going for much, but we didn't get enough. Also, the slide's a little narrow. He's probably done that in enough attempt to keep it from flying out. Okay, so a little more pressure this time around. try to overlap my strokes and use the closest to the diameter of the tubing roller that we have, because that creates a greater contact patch. The bigger the contact patch, let me try that again. The greater the contact patch, the less pounds per square inch you're exerting on the tubing, which therefore makes it safer. Okay, that's a tighter fit. There. I think we might go for a little more on this slide tube, focusing more on the end. Do the same on the other tube too, to be honest. Get us anywhere? Yes, it feels much better. That's not going to fly out on him by accident anymore. So now we've got to do the main tuning slide. This one, I think we're going to move the dent rod out a little bit. I really don't like that. I'm going to switch to a longer rod. That should be the one. Yep. Not really a fan of that either. Okay, hang on y'all, we're going to switch vices. Now I'm not going to bend the manual. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that's much better. I don't really want to go much tighter than that, that's for sure. I don't think that's going to move by accident, especially with the way he keeps it lubricated. So that was easy enough. Okay, down to final fit and finish on the bench. We're going to check the slide alignment. Primo. Main tuning slide, we've already checked that, but I always check the third slide with the main tuning slide in, and that is good as well. So we are ready to assemble. So I aligned this trumpet in 2019. I keep thinking it was 2019. And the felts have survived the cruise ship life for quite some time. I already checked the alignment on this when he checked it in, and it's fine. The felts don't show any real signs of wear other than a minor impression. Come on, focus. Just a minor impression on the felt, which I intentionally did that. Overstuffed them just a little bit whenever I put it together with the intent that that would get an impression. So this is number 2. 2. That's number 1. Can't tell if that's a 3 or a 2. Okay, that is clearly a 2. And then finger buttons, we have 2. Pretty sure this was 3. That's 1. So that would be 3, 3, and that's 1. No, that is 1. There, 3. Okay. 2, 3. Everything left is 1. Okay, now our bottom caps. I know Bryant, he's got valve oil. I always like using the player's choice of valve oil when I can. Slide gel, slide grease, okay. No valve oil in there, we've got Hetman. We'll use his slide grease though. See? Hetman, number 1. 3. 2. 1. Oh, that's why he's got the shocks, because the heavy one's hard to open. Okay. First and third slides. Let's see, we need to do the dump slide. We'll just use house grease for this part. Yep. Oh yeah. It's the one of the cool things about these. They flip that around, tighten that down nice and tight so it doesn't come loose on him. Align the stop rod. We are rubbing right at the end. The nuts together. Let's do our second slide. And then with the main tuning slide, grease the body slide tube. Lower slide tube. We've got a two-step process here. Get the inner and outer slide tube lubricated, and then put in the tuning slide gap extender, or the, I don't know what to call it. So let's do the play test, see how it goes, and then we'll put some of his stuff back on it, because the vibe this horn throws off is really cool. Smoking double A in it. Yep. So here we have the finished result of our repairs. We've got everything lined up about the way a box should be. The bell tilted upward a little bit. Braces, the solder work, I would love to buff that and polish this thing and get it to a fresh start, but the owner specifically requested that we preserve as much patina as possible. So we are not going to buff those areas. We're just going to let it be what it is, part of the story of the instrument. There you can see the engraving. Some of the leftover patina. So this is going to age really well, and everything is just going to blend back in with its life at sea. So we will catch you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one.